pushing envelopes, not mails, but limits. Know the gamble, stack of chips on the edge, heart steady, never ramble. About to flip this tightrope, walking in my gamble. No climax till the end. Hold tight, no scramble. On the edge, leaning heat, rising, can't deny. On the racing, almost facing, but we never fly. Holding back, building stacks, reaching for the sky. Living for the climax, trap house, do or die. On it close, tension thick, finger on the trigger. There's a razor's edge vibe, get bigger. Not about to fall, it's the climb, the figure. Feel the burn, twist and turn, no quicker. Ain't about the destination, it's the trip. Holding back, tension slack, don't slip. Quake before the quake, savor every trip. In this house, we edge, steady grip. On the edge, leaning heat, rising, can't deny. Heart racing, almost chasing, but we never fly. Holding back, building stacks, reaching for the sky. Living for the climax, trap house, do or die. Final stretch, tempers flare, but we hold. Chasing ecstasy, playing cards bold. In the trap house, story yet untold. Tension pause, bound but uncontrolled.
Step into the ring, it's Monday night fall. My rhymes burn hotter than a funeral pyre. I'm the heavyweight champ, you can call me sire. Reviewing raw like a southern rap messiah. Crossing over lines like I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. Flipping opponents like I'm Randy Orton. Dirty South flow, my words they be costing. Every verse I drop got them head nodding. Spit lyrical punches like a ruthless fighter. Got the crowd hype, I'm the crowd igniter. Breaking down the raw matches, no denier. Dirty style rap, I'm the Monday night supplier.
Welcome, Window Lickers. Welcome, Grun's friends. Welcome, household. Welcome, everybody who joins us here on another Monday Night Raw review with Grunmeister, the blue-eyed villain, the guy who will steal your Doritos. He has stolen many Pepsis of mine. Let's just break it out here. Grun's a thief, okay? Grun has stolen the Raw review audience with his blue eyes and his ability to just be just a beautiful man. I love Grun. I miss him when he's not here with me on a Raw, but he's always here with me on a Raw. And you know what, Grun? Hi, buddy.
Yo, what
Hey,
is up,
bloody
Josh?
How goes
What
it,
is
sir? I haven't
it
seen you
goes
since
well.
yesterday.
Yeah, I know. It goes well. I don't know if you heard about this. Well, Rachel Lillis, is an English voice actor, getting it right into the strange topics of the. She was the voice actor for Misty and Jessie from Pokemon. She recently passed away at 46 from cancer.
But God damn it, Grun, why you got to start this off on a sour note? Hey guys, I just want to talk about when I was 6. I went out to check the mail, and the mailman ran over my dog right in front of me. Isn't that fun, guys? You guys ready to talk wrestling now? God damn it,
well, that was my topic.
No, I like it. Well, let's explore it. Well, first off, Grun, if we're just gonna jump into this shit, God damn it, Grun, you got to tell me, hey, bud, I'm gonna fucking just swing my dick right out of the fence and just let it go. You know what we do with this, Grun. We got things we do here, okay? So let's where the fuck that song go? God damn it, Grun. See, this is what happens. You just
I gotta stick with the program. That's all it is.
You gotta stick with the program.
Yeah.
That's all it is, that's all it ever will be, and that's all it can be. So who knows? Everybody, we are here. It's another Monday night, and nope, that's not it. I don't know where the fuck it went, Grun. We had a cool little song, Grun. What the fuck? I don't know where it went. But fans, we're here. we're gonna do what we've been talking about. Is this it? Nope. Anyways, so we're just gonna push past it. We don't have the sound bite that we had. We did have a cool little song we made.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're here. This is the portion of the show where we just talk nonsense before we actually get into it. And you know what I want to talk, Grun?
I don't know what you want to talk about. Tell me.
I would like to talk beep beep. Who got the keys to the Jeep? Vroom. You know what, Jeep people? Let me tell you something. The entire road is not for you. It's meant for everybody. You're not the only people out there. And white Jeep that I know every morning that cuts me off at the intersection past the last stoplight before my work. You do it every morning. I don't like it. It makes me want to chuck frozen Mountain Dews at you, and hopefully they shatter your windshield. Those are just ideas that are flowing through my head at those times. You've almost killed me a good majority of my driving to work. The blue one that parks at my local grocery store. Yeah, you don't need 2 spots. Nobody wants to touch your Jeep. Honestly, I think your blue Jeep has AIDS, so nobody wants to touch it because they might get it. So they don't want to touch it. So stop it. Okay. So yes, if you're reading the chat, voice can't stand the rain. Super fly. Super fly. You know what, Missy Elliott? You like that? I love Missy Elliott back in the day. She was great. She's still great today. I wish she would do more of those kick-ass songs. Super duper fly. Ooh. Do you remember that song, Grun? Missy
Nope.
Elliott Can't Stand the Rain. Oh,
No.
I would
I'm too
advise.
young.
I would advise to take a large amount of hallucinogens and just watch that video on repeat. Because boy, let me tell you, that will send you for a loop, my friend. So Grun, we know from the song that we did get to play at one point in time, it said you liked music, you liked video games.
I do.
Any new things coming out? Wait, you know what, Grun?
What?
Give that 1 second.
The voice ain't Grun talking about things. Grun likes video games, yelling out their Call of Duty players. Grun likes music. The voice likes weird stuff. You think he has a laboratory hidden in his basement?
Okay, Grun, so it's a video, it's not just music. So
yeah,
now that we got the guy who created the show on board with actually doing shit properly, we're good. So any good music, new video games? Oh, Grun.
Yeah, I know they're here.
You're a huge Missy Elliott fan?
Maydu does not know how to tell the truth. He just doesn't. Okay.
Maydu has no truth-telling abilities.
I have no idea what it is with him, but no, they want to spread lies about me all the time. It's kind of rude. Okay,
it's very rude.
I'm sure I've heard of Missy Elliott, but I don't think I've ever listened to any of her songs.
Well, I would advise it. She was great, man. She was a good listen. But back to your video games, your music.
So Skillet, Christian rock band, and is in the process of releasing a new album. They released one song off the new album this past Friday called Unpopular. Sounds pretty good. And something very interesting I saw about it is a month ago I saw a post on Instagram. His daughter Alex got married. And it seems like he wrote a song for his daughter, and that is going to be on the album.
Awesome.
I know family is a big deal to him and to his wife, who is also in the band as well, guitarist and keyboardist, sometimes backup vocals as well. But should be a really good album. I don't think they've really put out any sneakers.
Well, that's cool. And you've been a big Skillet fan, huh?
Yeah.
For quite a while.
Yeah. It was 2000. Oh god, it was Hell in a Cell match. John Cena versus Randy Orton when when WWE had bought the rights to Monster for the theme of the pay per view. That's how I got into them.
Sweet. I mean, your people are coming in here calling me Mr. Voice. What?
Well, he, like I said, he's British, so I guess he has better manners than me, and
He
that's
does. Those Brits are so nice. But he said you're into Missy Elliott and Nickelback.
not as much in Nickelback as I used to be. Like I'm definitely they're fine.
Well, fun story about Nickelback. The lead singer of Nickelback, I believe, is Chad something. I don't know his
Kruger.
last name. Kruger. You do know he is responsible for a large majority of the hit songs that came out of the rock era. Like he wrote quite a bit of those for other bands.
Yeah.
Like he's if we can say what we want about Nickelback and we can make fun of Nickelback all we want, but Nickelback sells out arenas and Nickelback cashes checks that all I need is one of their royalty checks. Just give me one. And then in your house we will have so many cool things here if we could do that. But Grun,
Yes.
let's jump into what brings us here every Monday, our fun shit, our talks, our Monday Night Raw that we talk about. And Grun, you know what? Just like it says here, people, don't forget to subscribe to us. Come join us. There's so many creators on this team. They will keep you entertained all week long. And we are trying to get to that 7-day a week platform that we can get to. You can catch In Your House 7 days a week. Hopefully one day. We're trying to get there. We got to add a couple more shows and some things like that, but I think we can get there. I think it could be a fun network for people to jump into.
Definitely.
Speaking of jumping into things, Grun, let's jump into our topics. Let's
do it.
Let's start talking. Okay, Grun, 1 through 4. Give me a number.
2.
Boom, boom, bum, bum, bum. Let's talk Orton versus Gunther. Do we want this, Grun? Grun, is this something that we are calling for? Do we want it now? Do we want it later? Is this the time to move on it? How much longer do we have Randy Orton in the ring? There are so many things that we need to talk about with this particular moment in wrestling. So, Grun, I give you the floor.
All right.
Answer the question, Grunster.
All right. Do we want this? That is, maybe. They had a pretty solid matchup at King and Queen of the Ring.
Very true.
There was the mistake where Orton's shoulder was not down all the way. Yeah, for the pin win. That is obviously, I imagine they're going to try and fix that this time around and give Gunther a definite, absolute 100%, no questions asked win over Randy Orton. So I mean, I think it should be a good match. I think it should be fun. I think the promos should be good.
So it is something you want. You want this.
Yeah.
And House wants a decisive victory. That's what he wants.
Definitely.
And I think that's what you're alluding to. I'm going to jump in your boat and I'm going to say I do want this. I really do. I wish we had younger Orton with us. Because I know that we're coming up to the time that Randy Orton is not going to be in a ring anymore. He's not going to be doing his Viper shit. It's soon. It's coming up soon.
Maybe not as soon. Maybe not as soon because it was just reported today that he signed a long-term deal with WWE.
Okay. But I'm speaking on his body. More or less. You know that.
Oh yeah.
We know that moment is coming up. I mean, and it's gonna suck. It's really gonna suck because truly, Randy Orton is like right after, we all noticed Trips and all them. They were getting older. They weren't going to be able to doing this much longer. We got we had Randy Orton in the background, waiting. We had the
Right.
young talents back there. Cody was back, part of that. They're all just waiting. So we knew that there was something good behind there, which we do also know that there's good talent behind Orton coming up too. And if he's signing a long term, honestly, in my head, that just plays that they got things that they want him for more than just the ring.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And to have a mind that A, comes from a family like Randy Orton does, and B, to have a mind that's been molded inside this company. You've just made your next Shawn Michaels for backstage shit. Like you really did. Like, I mean, I don't want to say Randy Orton's our end all be all, but think about it. Put him in an NXT where he's running everything backstage. He's doing matches. He's doing that. We're going to get that Viper mentality, the thing that we've all grown accustomed to in his matches, the energy, the fun, the out of nowhere RKOs,
Yeah.
So I think something like that, especially with Carmelo coming up. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, tell me that guy doesn't give you Randy Orton vibes in some of his matches of just his ability. And then you add that with his ability to perform in a ring. I'm excited for it. I could Randy Orton set to appear on the second episode of NXT on the CW. It could happen. Yeah. It could happen.
No, not could happen. It is official.
Oh, it's official.
Yeah, it's official. They're gonna be in St. Louis for the second episode of NXT on CW. While for the first episode, they're gonna be in Chicago. And take a guess who's gonna be there.
Jesus.
I wish.
No,
that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Punk. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
It's Chicago Jesus to you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was our producer, Hypocrisy Jones, chiming in. Chicago Jesus is what we're calling him from now on. That is what CM Punk is known as now. But I like that. Why? I like that. I really do.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see him on there. I want to see Randy Orton everywhere. I don't want to not see him. You know what I mean? I know that's going to ruin the mystique and everything, but I really like Orton. I really think that he is he's such a talent that just gives the fans what they want. And
absolutely.
And it's so great to see him. And I just love all the accolades he's acclaimed. I love all the just him being back in the ring. I mean, that time we didn't have him, it was still good wrestling. We still had great wrestling, but we didn't have Randy Orton. And we've grown accustomed to having Randy Orton in a WWE ring. Yeah, so, go ahead, Grun.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, while Randy may not be able to perform as well as he did when he was younger, I think what we are definitely seeing is he's doing better character work than he's ever done. And that comes from all those years of experience. And even think about back when to JBL when he was on commentary, what he would say: if you're gonna start a new wrestling promotion, the top guy you want is a Randy Orton.
Very true. Very true. That's a deep bring up.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Grun. You're really fucking coming together, bud. You're like you're becoming one of them professionals.
Professionals.
Professionals. Okay, so Grun, you picked what'd you pick? 2? You picked 2. So we have 1, 3, or 4.
All right, let's go with 1.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, Grun is picking number 1. Let me tell you about our number 1. And here he is. Big Bad Bronson motherfucking Reed. Bronson, I'm going to put you in a goddamn hospital, Reed. Bronson, I'm going to make sure your insides are liquid, Reed. Let's fucking go, Grun. Grunmeister, here is my question to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been talking a couple weeks now. WWE has been showing us Bronson Reed's hungry. Bronson Reed wants to make a statement. Bronson Reed wants people to know his name. Did he make one of our creators here at In Your House, Annie O'Neill, drops in with her, my ribs just started hurting out of nowhere. And if you watched what we're talking about, you can understand where Annie's pain's coming from. Grun.
Yep.
Okay, here's my question to you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Did Bronson Reed make that statement?
He made that statement. He's mad. He
is big mad.
You know what? Like, thinking about it right now, like, I actually like it. I actually like that he did that because you know what? Yeah, WWE was riddled with 3-week pushes for years. Bronson Reed keeps getting one every 3 months. And so I'm like, okay, you did something. You made me care about Bronson Reed because last week I didn't give a damn about him. I know he's a big dude, but like you haven't given me a reason to care. He took out Seth Rollins and in a very violent and painful way.
Very true.
You just made me care.
So Bronson's got you caring now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm there with you because to come out, not only make a statement like that so aggressively, so painfully, you did it to Seth freaking Rollins. Yeah. And right there, that's a statement in itself that you were willing to come out and make one of the top guys look very, very just destroyed, just taken apart, picked apart like a vulture. I mean, it wasn't one, it wasn't two, it wasn't three. We got up to six of them. 6 of these splashes from the top rope. And Bronson Reed is not a small guy. I mean, honestly, let's just be where we're at with the reality of it. I mean, look at this. Boom. Just hitting Seth Rollins. And this isn't, I mean, we're at 1. And then this is going up to 2. And it didn't stop. I believe he got his first 3 in before anybody else hit the ring.
I think
and so, then by then, like Bronson Reed, no, he got 2 in.
Okay, no, yeah.
And then he continued it. But let's just say this with Bronson Reed. You said it. He's making you believe now. Okay. So if Bronson Reed's making you believe, are you believing what title do you believe he's going for? I mean, because he can't just be going to take guys out. You did that before. Yeah. This going out and taking out guys has to have a end game. It has to have that moment to where you have reached the level that you needed to reach. And I mean, it's just like, I mean, just watching this splash after splash, this was set up to be so violent. I mean, to the end to where, what was Seth doing? He was spitting up blood.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big, impactful statement made by a big, impactful man known as Bronson Reed. And I hope Seth is doing well. I hope we get to see Seth back in coming up. But where we're left at right now until we hit the next, what do we got, 35 minutes before we go live with Raw, I'm stuck, Grun.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Bronson's going to give us tonight. I don't know. A tsunami is how Bronson Reed squeezed the last bit of toothpaste. Oh, Randy,
That's a
that's
good
a
one.
clever one.
Yeah.
The Lou is here, everybody. Lou is a variety streamer. He is also the friend that brought me and this blue-eyed villain together, and then we created this inside the In Your House channel. So we want to say a special thank you to Lou for just being Lou. We fucking love you, buddy. Can't wait to see you back on the streams. Yeah, so take care with Lou and all the Lou things. But we are here talking Monday Night Raw, and we are talking
yeah.
Bronson Reed right now. And Bronson Reed, oh my God, he's going up again. This kid can't take it. He cannot take another Bronson Reed tsunami. Ah, but he did. Seth Rollins did. And honestly, does this give you what are you more excited for? Another Bronson Reed encounter or what Seth has to say?
Definitely what Seth has to say, because Bronson Reed, he made a statement at the expense of Seth Rollins, and that is going to be definitely something to look out for when Seth does come back. And now he's probably gonna be gone for a little while because he's been banged up all year pretty much.
Yeah.
So he probably wasn't even cleared to come back when he did. It's gonna be a little bit before we see him again, probably, and hopefully then he's actually fully cleared.
I like it. I like it. You know, I was sitting here thinking while you were talking about that, and it does appear that we're going to get a little bit of a break with Seth, so he can clear up some of those injuries. So where does that put Bronson Reed for you?
I think that puts him working towards the Intercontinental Championship, because with Braun Breaker, like, you just had him beat Sami Zayn. His next challenge, actually he's defending the title tonight in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Sami Zayn. So we're gonna see if Braun Breaker is more than just a big hitter. We're gonna see if he can go the distance.
You know what? Like Hal says, Bronson Reed will be gloating tonight. I could see
Yeah.
that. I could definitely see that. I like the addition of Bronson Reed into this Punk McIntyre Seth story. Gives a nice break to keep the story going.
Yeah.
That's unique thought there, Lou. I kind of like it. It would give a new life to that, because I mean, honestly, it's not that we've lost life with that story, but it's like Peapod brought up. The idea of the Cody going for the title was the story. Then he finished it, you know. So the idea behind CM Punk McIntyre was the match, and then you added Seth into it, and now it appears that you could swap out Seth and place in Reed for that time being until Seth gets back. Could you not?
No, you definitely could. I mean, Bronson is looking to get attention, so why not interject himself into the biggest story on Raw?
Well, you took out one of the biggest guys in the biggest stories on Raw, so why not?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and hit us with this Annie question?
Yeah. I think we are. I think we are at a point where it was said a couple months ago where someone of the household said you don't need to make Braun Breaker Goldberg. So you don't need to have him go on a 50 win streak or anything. You can do it at a lot faster rate. So I think Sammy sneaks in one of the falls. I think he's able to sneak in one. Potentially Bronson immediately getting the final fall after that. And just rapid fire hits Sammy with a spear here, and immediately after Sammy gets that fall, he loses.
So do you think for Sammy to get a fall, it's going to be basically like a sneak pin, something like that? Something that catches Bronson Reed off guard, and then that ignites Bronson Reed even more, and then he just
think so.
busts through him and then gets that last pinfall.
Oh
I-
yeah,
I could see
yeah.
that, Grun. I honestly can see that. Like, that, and it would make perfect sense. And plus, you could. I think it would be cool if you had a story with that, with um Braun getting so upset that Sammy got that sneak win that he does his big finisher, but he does it so impactful that it looks like it takes Sammy out. So then you have Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker going at it. Uh, you know, guys who are taking fellows out. I like that kind of build in my head. The two behemoths like just going at it with each other. I think you could attract a lot of viewers for that match and for that storyline, because both dudes seem like they could legit carry this story if you put them together. I mean, as of right now, I don't think Bronson Reed that he can't carry a story, and I don't think that Braun Breaker is incapable of carrying a story. I mean, look what he's done so far. And he really hasn't had to do much of a story, He's just had to say, I want my chance. And then we've built off of that. So I'm pretty excited for the possibilities to come off of this. Bronson Reed really making a statement. And again, fans, we've been talking about it for weeks now. We've brought it up many times on the Raws where Bronson Reed's like, hey, am I getting something this week? And he's been told constantly, basically, no, you're not getting too much of anything. So Bronson Reed had to make something happen for himself, which actually, kind of makes it to where Karrion Kross, maybe you should sit back and take notes from Bronson Reed. I don't know. You can learn to be entertaining. We have the Lou chiming in. Oh yeah. Let's get the Lou up here first. Bronson and Braun would be fun. And then we got Boners
Boneless.
Grun, you never told me you had a twin brother.
Well, you know what? Just happened to find him. That's all that happened.
Yes. We searched high and low. We found birth certificates. We made additions, and yes, we found each other.
Yeah.
All right, Grun, let's jump to our next story. And you know what? Let's talk this guy. Let's just talk Damian Priest. What is next for Damian Priest? We've seen the fallout of his team, the Judgment Day. We know he is not a part of it anymore. He has been kicked to the curb. Finn basically alluded to that there is to be no leaders, but then Finn is playing the leader role. So is it more Finn doesn't want any leaders and he wants to be the leader of the Judgment Day? He wants to make that mark outside of the Bullet Club, almost to say that Finn Balor in a group is the reason why the group succeeds. I'm not sure where they're going with this one, to be quite honest with you. The Judgment Day, and this is my opinion, the Judgment Day had so much fire behind them. They had so much of the fans behind them. They had everything running to just take it apart. They're telling a good story with it. Let's be clear there. But to destroy it in front of our eyes, the people who built all of these men and women up in this group, why are you doing this to us? What is going on? Where are your thoughts with this? And we'll get right after that with your thoughts of the Judgment Day, and then right after that, give me your thoughts. What's for Damian Priest after this?
Yeah, so I think what they're trying to do is, because really Finn Balor became the leader of Judgment Day when he took out Edge. So I think originally, there was a leader. At some point, Priest and Rhea decided, no, we shouldn't have leaders. Finn went along with it because, you know what? Yeah, fine. And now, in more recent times, Rhea and Damien were both trying to give orders and stuff. And they were looking out for the group. They were
Mhm.
looking out for the safety of the group. They were, because they knew that they were making enemies. But these guys, Dom, JD, Finn, Carlito, even, they were making enemies when they didn't need to. They were getting involved in other storylines that they didn't need to get involved in. They
That's
were
a good
doing
point.
everything to screw things up. Yeah. Um the new Judgment Day, I think they do have a leader. I don't think Finn is is going to just let these guys do whatever they want without his say so. I think he's going to manipulate them, and that's what he's good at. He's good at manipulating people to get what he wants. He's that Irish devil. He knows how to talk to people. He's got that silver tongue.
You ain't far off from there, man. I mean, to be honest with you, Finn has that ability. He has that cult like leader look. He has that intensity. He has that guy in the bell tower getting ready to snipe people off mentality. um I mean, I love Finn Balor. I mean, I think he's one of the best things to happen in the past 15 years in a wrestling ring. Him, AJ Styles, guys like that. I mean, for the fans to get Finn Balor into the WWE as quick as they are, to me, kind of shows that WWE realized that maybe they made a mistake of not getting AJ sooner. Because I mean, let's just be honest. Right now in the world of wrestling, the guy who naturally gets it and is naturally gifted is AJ Styles. AJ Styles, go back, watch his work from when he was younger. The dude, he's only gotten better. He's not regressed at all.
Mm-hmm.
And people, the things I've read about people who have interactions with him backstage, he's always helpful. He's always wanting the younger talent to achieve higher than him, and he's always pushing for something better. Um, so when I see that and I see Finn Balor make his way, because when he became the Universal Champion uh, for the first time, and it was taken away because of an injury. Um, I loved that whole story with him and Seth. That was such a good, that right there kind of gave us a peek into the ability of what WWE was going to with storytelling. And I was hooked. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And now I see what Damian Priest is going to be capable of. I mean, think about Damian Priest in the next 5 to 10 years and where he's going to be. Like, he's got that ability to be the next Undertaker in a sense. And I'm not talking like bells ringing, he's the dead man. I'm talking like dominance. I'm talking looks. I'm talking like just presence alone, just giving you that you want to call him the American badass, he's the American badass. You want to call him the dead man, he's the dead man. But what I'm meaning is Damian Priest has all that in his bag. He just needs the ability and the time to pull it out of the bag and make it something.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, Damien does absolutely have all the tools, and he is, in his match with Gunter, he displayed a lot of greatness in him. Sure, did he miss a spot? Yeah, he missed a spot, but like Triple H said like he's probably beating himself. He probably beat himself up over that more than anyone else.
Yeah.
So so really we should just be thrilled that we are getting such a good version of Damian Priest, and really probably gonna learn exactly how high his potential goes.
I like it, Grun. I like it. I know here in your house we're pretty high on Damian Priest. We enjoy what he's putting out there, and we only hope the best for him. Um, and we know that WWE's got his whole storyline just wrote out. They're ready to just give this kid the ball and let him run with it. And I think this him and Rhea leaving Judgment Day is exactly what the spark that he needed uh, to achieve that. We got House jumping in here. Damian Priest is in rare form right now, for sure. You are correct, House. I know you're big on Damian Priest and what he's been doing for WWE as of late, and it's been fucking tastic. I'm loving it. You're loving it, Grun. The household's loving it. WWE as a whole is. So, Grun, we are 18 minutes away before Raw kicks off, and you know what time it is. It is time for Grunmeister's topic. All right, Grun, let's see what you want to talk about this week. It is the Wyatt Six. Listen up, everybody. If you are not following what is happening in the Wyatt family, if you're not following Uncle Howdy, I don't know what you're doing. So, Grun, hit us with what you want to talk about with the Wyatt Six.
Well, we saw their in-ring debut, at least 3 out of the 5 of them. We saw Ramblin' Rabbit, Eric Rowan. We had Huskus the Pig Boy, Joe Gacy, and Mercy the Vulture, Dexter Loomis. And what is nice to know is that they've all retained their names. So they're not Mercy the Vulture or Huskus. Just the masks, they reference those, but we got Joe and Dexter to show us that they could perform, tell a story in the ring, and wrestle really good. Oh yeah, he looks in great shape. Yeah, he looks in great shape. He's got a really cool look, and not just because it's inspired by Rob Zombie.
Yes, I when we talked about that honestly tickled me in more ways than the Wyatt family has already done. Continue, Grun.
Yeah, and it wasn't a terribly long match, but it was long enough to show that these 3 guys know exactly what they're doing, and they will be an integral part to the Wyatt Six, and that when the fans see them, they are going to get a Wyatt family performance, and they're going to get a really good match.
Oh, you are 100% on that one. And I would like to bring our real life topics back into this this show because we are friends and we do talk about these things. And I liked what you were saying, how this week you would like to see a singles match between whatever member it is, just get some singles matches going on. Seeing that, we have to wonder, with the addition of all of these waywards, all of these lost, forgotten souls, as we were told, exactly by by Uncle Howdy, who he brought in. You have your Nikki, you have your Dexter, you have your Joe, and you have your Eric. Where with Bo Dallas being Uncle Howdy, the one who brings these souls to this team, do we have the Wyatts for a while, or do we only have them for a moment? That's what's been plaguing my mind, because this is what I'm thinking because of what I've seen with WWE. WWE will get a idea going. They will get it just momentum building. Judgment Day, to be exact. We fell in love with it. We're falling in love with the Wyatt Six. Does it catch too much? Too much? Does Dexter prove himself too much in a ring to where it's almost like Strowman? They kind of take him out. They do, you see where I'm going with this, Grun? Like, I don't want any of what I'm saying to happen. I want I want this family here for a while. But you see exactly where I am in reality. Exactly.
Yeah. Jeez. I think this is a legacy group. Um, I can see them breaking up at some point, likely in a turmoil of some sort of storyline where Uncle Howdy Bo Dallas is saying, "I made you," to Dexter. And Dexter, conflicted, falls in line only for a time. But like I think this is how we get Sanity Nikki Cross on our screens again in a year or two. I think this is how this is gonna be a slow burn because as much as I want Loomis and Gacy to cut promos, I know it doesn't make sense for them to cut promos right now. Right now, it's too early for them to be really speaking, and it would make more sense if they leave the talking to Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy. I think that's exactly what I'm thinking. And it could be a way to get a line in that, Bo, you are one of the best wrestlers we've known. You've been one of the greatest helps we've ever had, but you're not Bray. And that is Bo's turmoil that he's dealing with, that he misses Bray so much that he wanted to become him.
So you could see it floating in that direction.
Yes.
Almost like a self-explosion inside. See, I see exactly what you're saying. And yeah, you're right, House. That is heavy. I mean, we've dealt with heavy with inside this story. I mean, he was Uncle Howdy and he asked himself how he felt about the loss of his brother. Yeah. That is like, if you sat down and you mentally think about that, that is fucked. Yeah. That is like legit, like that is when they fully hooked me in with the idea that Bo is two people. Bo is Bo Dallas and he is Uncle Howdy. There is nothing you can tell me any different from that specific moment. For you to reach in the depths of your soul, of your pain, of your hurt, because nobody else knows it, because it's you, it's what affects you, and to pull that out and just look into the camera and tell your story. My God, that is epic storytelling. That is Oscar winning storytelling. That is finding something inside of you and being able to push past it because you know it's going to give everybody who loved your brother that comfort blanket, that extra piece, because if we're going to sit here and we're going to think that Bray Wyatt was not a movement in himself as a man, then we are nothing. We are not wrestling fans. We are just idiots then, because it was The Wyatt family, from a rocking chair to a hat to a button-up shirt to what we got before he passed, that's an evolution of a man. That's the evolution of a person who was a wayward soul, who was cast from the WWE, pushed aside and said, no, you're not what I want. You're not what we need. And then to rise above it, and not only rise above it, but give us amazing talents. Eric Redbeard. Tell me he's not a fantastic human being. Eric Rowan is just amazing. He's huge. He is power. And our beloved lost Brody, who I really feel that if he was here with us in this story, this would be the perfect story ever told. If we had Brody right there, it would be. And now, yeah, like House says, Eric has been through a lot. He's lost two of the people who got him to the dance. Two of the people who made his time in the ring special for him and rewarding for us. I'm going to end this because I know I'm going on a rant and I know that I might be touching some feelings for some people, but love what we have right now because we've witnessed it. It can be gone. It can be gone. So that's why I've set back multiple times. I've told you multiple times. I've told House, the household, the window lickers, Grun's friends. This is the story that I just bought my ticket and I'm sitting in the audience and I'm enjoying because we owe that to Bray, to give Bo everything we can that we would have gave Bray. So let's do that. And Grun, this was a great episode.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it. You got any last moments? Any last things you want to say about this?
We should expect a great story with the Wyatt Six. We should expect this to be exactly what it needs to be, and a faction that will be remembered forever in WWE history. It will come to an end, but it will be when the story is right, when the time is right, and when Dexter, Gacy, Rowan, and Nikki no longer need a faction.
I like it. I like what you said. You put that nice bow on the end of my insanity. Sorry about that, House, but yeah, I mean, I get passionate when I talk about Bray and Bo and that family because this whole family has touched me just like the Hearts touched me when I was a kid. And well, wait, let me back that up. The way that the Hart Foundation hit me when I was learning about wrestling, and then to lose Owen. I mean, this is almost like a resurgence of that, the second wave of that, because Owen Hart was phenomenal. And fans, I can have a whole show of strictly just Owen Hart. But Grun, we got some shows on this week's schedule.
Yeah, we do.
You got some shows, I got some shows. The rest of our teams got some shows. So why don't you hit the fans where they can find the Grunmeister, the blue-eyed villain, the Cheeto stealer in the night. He is Grunmeister, and he is here to tell you. Go ahead, Grun.
You can catch me at twitch.tv/Grunmeister, where you can see me playing some Call of Duty, or maybe I'm trying something new. We'll see.
Awesome. Go check him out. It's a fun time. I stopped in last weekend, and well, oh boy, Grun had a weekend. If you didn't catch Grun's content from last weekend, go out and check it out, because I even got to hang out with him off camera on Saturday. and it was a
Oh, yeah.
fun time. Only if you guys could drop into those shows. Those are some doozies. We have a lot of fun there. But for me, the voice, Joshua Joseph, the window licker top guy himself. I am top of the window lickers because, well, I made it. So I get to be the top. So, look it up. You might learn something. Do the math on that one, kid. All right. So we also have coming up on Wednesday the Raw Deal with House and O'Neill, where they talk about the fallout from this Raw, because we're about to get you in there. It's about 4 minutes to go. So you get to not only hear what me and Grun think's going to happen, you get to check it out on Wednesday and hear if House and O'Neill get to tell you if we were even fucking close to what we were talking about. But it is a great show. Join them and have some fun. You also have Annie O'Neill with Bumpin' and Thumpin'. She's out there doing that's her main show. We're her side project. So, so go check her out. Do the household a favor, the In Your House crew, and go check her out. Give her some praise from the In Your House fans. And then we have Friday where me and the house jump in for the ECW watch along. Join the Discord, everybody, because everybody in the Discord got that information. Well, they're getting this information right after we go off air here. Discord every Monday. If you're on the Discord, you will get the ECW watch along match that me and House will be talking about that week. So it'll give you a good amount of days to get prepared for the extreme content that me and House bring to you every Friday. And then we kick you off to Grun's room where he talks SmackDown and he has some fun. It's Grun's room. So go check him out. Grun does it like we do here at Raw. He goes on at 7. He talks about what you should be getting ready for. And then we kick off into Raw. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? When we leave here, if you want our live reactions, they will be available on Discord. So why don't you jump over there? Why don't you be a part of the old Discord and have some fun? We have some good talks there, some live reactions. That's exclusive content you're getting from us over there on our Discord. And then we kick it all in the balls at the end of the week on a Sunday where the team gets together for a house party. Sunday house parties with the In Your House crew, where our dear leader, Alakon House, the concept, drops in, and he basically runs a show. He gives us ideas and he says, hey, fuckers, talk about it. And we talk about it and we have some fun and we argue and we don't really argue. We disagree on some things, but it's a good fun time where the crew gets together and we have a fun time. We show you guys all our personalities and we give you all the information we can and our opinions on any topic that comes to the front of us. So those are our shows. Check us out. We have a lot going on here at In Your House, and we want you to be a part of it. We want you to be a part of our house call on Messenger. Join that. It's a rambunctious group of people who enjoy talking wrestling. So jump in there, jump with them, jump on the Discord, talk with us there. And ladies and gentlemen, for me and Grun, we absolutely want you to know that we appreciate all of you for joining us. We love you all. We thank you all. And get ready for Monday night. We will check you on the next one.
ANIS. Anus. Bam. 800 points. That's game.
It's not how you spell anus.
I went to Ivy Tech for 2.5 years, bro. I can spell anus.
You know what? I know an expert in this field.
I think I know who you're talking about.
What are you guys doing? We gotta go play Harvest Fest. I'm in here getting all of our gear, and you guys are here playing Scrabble? Again?
You know what, Maddie? You can settle this for us.
Yeah, how do you spell anus?
I'm not going to settle another Scrabble discrepancy for you guys. That's the third time this week.
Calm down, Maddie. Harvest Fest is until September 14th. Gates open at 4 p.m.
Yeah, at the Miami Open Air Auditorium. Google for directions.
Are you telling me that Harvest Fest X is not until September 14th? Featuring bands such as Fourth Among Midgets, Forgotten Ashes, Tight Like a Tiger, GPD, Resonate, and Patron? September 14th?
I'm hungry.
Shut up! There's gonna be food at Harvest Fest. The lunch break's coming down, and they're gonna make delicious burgers!
I'm not having fun anymore.
Fun? You wanna have fun? Well, I got a doozy for you, because the Kokomo Press is coming out, and they're gonna have stand-up comedians. We're talking Sean D., Pierce Clott, Michael Howard, Greg Lindberg, Alexa Eden, Davey Moomaw, Jordan Granger, Jacob Harder, Brian Allen West, and Dan Alton.
Say it, don't spray it.
Maddie! Bro.
Since you put it that way, bro. You know, you're right. You guys... I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have blown off the handle like that. Here's how you spell anus. A-N-U-S. Just think about it like I do. The way I remember it, it's an United States, right? So, anyways, I'll see you guys September 14th at Harvest Fest X at the Miami Open Air Auditorium. Google for directions.
Bring a tent.
I don't get it. And United States.